Bitcoin is exactly following total liquidity. And it says we keep going into the end of the year. Here's the money shot, kids. This is the chart that you need to just sit back, chill the fuck out. I'm just going to let you marvel in that beauty.
Bitcoin is moving perfectly in line with liquidity, and all signs point to a major surge by the end of the year. That's the latest prediction out from Real Vision CEO and macroeconomy expert Raoul Pal. With Bitcoin's price bouncing back, bulls are eyeing $100,000 by year end. Pal believes that Bitcoin's price is closely linked to the actions of central banks. And according to him, if banks continue to add more money into the economy, this could fuel a major crypto surge, potentially driving Bitcoin to new highs. Make sure to stick around until the end of the video, as Raoul Pal reveals what's really going on with Bitcoin, what actions to take, and where it could head next. Also guys, only a small percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed. If you enjoy staying up to date with finance content, consider subscribing or liking the video. It's free, and you can always change your mind. Now here's Raoul Pal with his latest Bitcoin prediction.
So here's my trading view of drama queens. Drama queens are, oh, the market's going up, the market's going up, the market. This is Bitcoin, by the way. Oh my God, it's getting near 70,000 on Sunday night. Really? Who do you think fucking's buying on a Sunday night? It's you lot at home drinking your Bud Lights. Stop doing that. Sundays, there's no volume on a Sunday. Guess what? Market opens, it pukes again. And then it's, oh my God, it's going to zero. And there's a bunch of Twitter posts saying it's going to go to 48,000. Does it go lower? Maybe. But really, you guys have got to stop using hourly charts. What you actually need to do is very simply zoom out. Zoom the fuck out. Look at that. Does that look like a terrible market? No, just consolidation. Does this recent drama move look like drama? No, it's barely touched the high from a few weeks ago. There's nothing going on, kids. Stop thinking the world is changing, but the world will change soon. The other thing to zoom out on, if I find the right chart, this is a lovely chart for all of you looking for altcoin season or the yellow fruit zone. What we have here is total market cap excluding the top 10. Now, what's so lovely about this is it's just beautiful how this chart works. Consolidation, election year, boom. Consolidation, election year, boom. Consolidation, election year, fruit. Now, when I zoom in, we've got some potentially inverted head and shoulders. Could we come back down and fail the head and shoulders and come back? Sure, we can. I don't really care. But I'll show you why I think it's yellow fruit season shortly. So that's most of the charts are similar. Actually, Solana's been different. It's actually been, sorry, there's my fake DMARC indicators on here, so it's a little bit messier. But Solana has been trying to break higher, but again, it's not really going to make much progress until the big daddy Bitcoin does it. But again, if you look at the hourly chart, here's SUI on an hourly chart. It's like, oh my God, the horror! It just feels awful, and really, it's barely doing anything. Really, it's just this. If I go, where's the? Sorry, I've got something in the way of my screen here. If I go to the daily SUI chart, we had this. That's it. That's all of the price action. Literally, guys, calm down. Calm down. Everything is fine. So I've been using more wick-off reaccumulation patterns. I never used to use them. I didn't really know about them. But they've really worked in crypto. I use this wick-off reaccumulation pattern. I used it for Bitcoin recently as well. And this continues to play out. You know, I thought that Bitcoin had reached it here when we reached the point at the bottom. And then it's been basically following this pattern. And Marty's been updating it every day. Does it follow it? Will it follow exactly? I don't know. But generally, around here, soon, we should get back up to start testing the 70,000 and above, that supply zone, and eventually break as we start heading to the election. The standardized wick-off pattern is here. I think this is the right the highest probability outcome of what we're seeing. I know there are other people calling for lows, other people screaming straight up. This feels like it's probably the right thing.
The Wyckoff accumulation is a concept in technical analysis that reveals the psychology behind market cycles. Developed by Richard Wyckoff, this approach identifies 4 crucial stages: accumulation, markup, distribution, and markdown. In the accumulation phase, wise investors start buying assets at low prices while staying under the radar to avoid attracting public attention and pushing prices up too soon. Right now, Bitcoin is firmly in this accumulation phase. Large companies such as BlackRock and MicroStrategy are buying Bitcoin through spot ETFs and other methods, gradually building their positions as prices stabilize. This creates the perfect setup for a bullish breakout. As demand grows, Bitcoin is forming higher lows, showing strength within a defined trading range. Crypto analyst Marty Party has divided Bitcoin's accumulation into 5 sub-phases, labeled A to E. He believes we are currently in phase D, nearing the final stretch before the shift to the markup phase. Simply put, this means Bitcoin is set for significant growth, especially as we approach the US presidential elections. Now, let's go back to Raoul Pal as he discusses further.
Firstly, Julian's putting this chart up of the Bitcoin halving versus previous ones. That's from the halving date. Underperforming now. It's so normal. Everything going on is exactly what it should be doing. We should be getting pretty close to the acceleration phase. The wiggles are different. The pattern is the same, right? So, okay, next chart. This is the GMI total liquidity index. That's private and public sector liquidity. You can see it does these wedge patterns. Remember that alt season chart and the wedge patterns? Same pattern, by the way, kids. Oh, it's liquidity. Yeah, the Everything Code told you that. I told you all of this stuff. And every time it happens, every time it breaks out, which it's done, the market breaks out. So exactly the right timing. Everything looks good. This, I think, is the fucking money shot. You know, we produce charts that everybody else in the world copies. Honestly, a global macro investor and in Real Vision Pro Macro, we do more macro crypto research and more in-depth macro crypto research than anybody else in the world. We have definitely changed the landscape of how people think about this stuff from the work that Julian and I have done. I'm immensely proud of it, not blowing my own trumpet, but Metcalfe's law, the global liquidity stuff, all of this stuff has come from us. And it's been amazing. I don't know how this happened, where we found this Everything Code, how we found a lot of this stuff, but we found it and we keep finding new stuff. Here's the money shot, kids. This is the chart that you need to just sit back, chill the fuck out. I'm just going to let you marvel in that beauty. You see it? Liquidity is everything, kids. Bitcoin is exactly following total liquidity. And it says we keep going into the end of the year. Could be something to do with the yellow fruit. I don't know. Who's to say that? We don't mention it. We don't talk about it. We summon it by wearing it. We'll come on to that in a minute. Okay, so that's that. Julian showing the same chart that I showed earlier is like, chill the fuck out, people. This thing is ripe. Weekly Bollinger Bands, about as tight as it's ever been. Every time that happens, yellow fruit tend to occur. They tend to ripen pretty fast. I'm flipping through charts. The chart that we did have in the past that is not working perfectly is like ETH this time versus last time. The Bitcoin version is actually better. The ETH version, yeah, ETH is trading like a piece of shit. I think it's just lost its narrative. I actually think they've overbuilt blockchain capacity for the demands of the chain via the layer twos. Overbuilding blockchain capacity, I think, was a calculated move in terms of a longer term future for the chain. I actually am not long-term negative over it. I just think, yeah, they got excess capacity right now for the market. I mean, ETH is the big daddy of smart contract platforms. I mean, there's still all the talents, all the developer talent, applications, the finance sector will build on it. It's all still there for ETH. The story's still there, but I think they've built a bit of excess capacity as they've scaled it using Vitalik's scale model, and we'll find out whether it was right or wrong to do that. I actually think it might work. I think it might pay off, that by doing what they did today means that it's a multi-trillion-dollar blockchain in the future. But let's see. The other one's a killer chart, is ETH today versus Bitcoin back in the previous cycles. It's just like, it's following it so beautifully. It kind of looks like it's in catch-up mode to come. Bitcoin, ETH, generally directionally right? There's nothing really you want to concern yourself over. Presidential election years, nobody really cares who gets elected because the market goes up. Now, I think a Trump victory probably may extend the cycle in terms of magnitude, but the amplitude is probably the same. It just goes up.
Simply put, Raoul Pal's strategy for the crypto market is to keep your eyes on the big picture, stay cool, and don't let go of your assets before the real profits kick in. Pal believes we're not heading into a recession. Instead, we're actually in an environment that supports further growth. Do you believe that keeping an eye on the big picture is the right approach? Also, how do you see Bitcoin moving as we approach the US elections? Let us know in the comments. Anyway guys, before we go, if you want to stay most up to date on the crypto and Bitcoin world, make sure to subscribe to my daily 5-minute crypto newsletter. It's a concise resource for the latest expert predictions, breaking news, and top on-chain analysis, trusted by over 50,000 subscribers for insightful crypto investment information. Don't miss out on the opportunity to stay informed in the crypto market. The link is in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed today's video and that it provided you with some value. I'll see you all in the next one, and as always, all the best.